What's up, everybody? Still waking up a little bit here. Sorry, I was listening to something in the other room. My wife's watching Lucifer, the show, which was a great show. I just got done watching the last season. Current season. I think they might do a 5th season. If the season 4 was really popular, which I think it was very good, season 3 kind of falling off a little bit. Do what, dear? Huh? Kind of fell off a little bit. It was still pretty good, but it moved over to Netflix from Fox, and they made it a lot better. I mean, they didn't do anything that crazy. There wasn't like a ton of extra nudity or like super violence or anything. They just got their beep together, you know. They just got it together. It was a much tighter story. It was pretty cool for the most part. It had some interesting characters. So I thought season 4 was one of the better seasons. I thought it was on par with season 2. Like the first half of season 2 is probably my favorite. I think it was getting close to that. So anyway, she was watching that and I was just listening to part of it. Sorry for the late start again. My sleep schedule's just really messed up and I got to get it back together. I just ended up staying up all night and then basically went to sleep from like 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Alright, so where we left off last time, single digits. Where we left off last time, we just got promoted back to Platinum 1 again, and then I think we lost like 2 or 3 games at 0 LP. So we very well might get demoted again here. We'll see. But hopefully we can hold on. We were in promotions for Diamond about a week ago, and then we just lost like 5 in a row.
Doubt is the greatest enemy.
Oh, dude caught this, man. This guy good at... He's not that great at card. He's a dabbler. Alright. Alright, let me see. That's funny. Attached to his AD carry and just danced around. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Draven Nami, Malphite. I don't think Malphite's that great overall, but he's extremely frustrating in team fights. Unless we get punished by like a really good split pusher. I mean, Fiora can be a good split pusher. This guy is very good on Fiora. This guy is really good on Vlad. He's low, he's like Platinum 4, but Vlad versus Corki. I think Vlad should win that. This guy's alright on Misfortune. Nautilus ban. Everybody's banning Nautilus these days.
Only you can hear me, summoner. What masterpiece shall
Reckon
we
we'll
play
just try to
today?
heal through this. I think Revitalize is just too good on Sona, though. It's a combination. I can sleep anytime. But it's just a combination of stuff that's going on. I stayed up really late a few nights ago for a $200 donation. Someone wanted me to do a really long stream. Arcane Slayer wanted me to do a really long stream. And I had already stayed up a lot on like Monday or Sunday. I can't remember which, but I was like finalizing grades for my classes. Grades were due. Grades were due at the department by Monday afternoon. So I think I ended up staying up all night between Sunday and Monday. Sometimes I just do that. I don't know. Yeah, I need to not do that and get back on track here. Need to go to sleep at like 3 and get up at like... I've been trying to take my daughter into daycare earlier too, though. Probably need to try to go to sleep at 2 and get up at like 8:30. And maybe have like an hour nap in the afternoon. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Conqueror's not ideal on Draven, but he's so strong anyways. Like, you could take anything. You could take freaking Aftershock on Draven and still win the lane. The champion's just overpowered. Especially for the laning phase.
Minions have spawned.
Pick Sona here because I just wanted something to heal us through the laning phase. I thought about Soraka, but... They have Exhaust? Yeah. Alright, well, that's a little bit less kill threat bot lane. Our solo laners are experienced on their champs, though, so hopefully we can win through solo lanes. Gragas also has Aftershock, so... It's nice that he's going lower damage. Gotta fight him, gotta fight him. Oh my god, why the... Why is he here? God damn, there's not even a scuttle. We are back in Plat 1 for now. Let's see how long that lasts. Like, literally, why? Like, the Draven had no knowledge I was going to be there.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Like, there's no scuttle spawning. So, like, why would Gragas path there? He was already on the way there for a level 2. Hey, what's up, Ultra Vigo? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, if he doesn't get that level 2 gank off, then he's just screwed in the chat. It's like, it's so risky. I just hate it when people take really stupid risks and it pays off for them. Feels like that person in poker that, like, pushes you all in pre-flop, Texas Hold'em with, like, a 2-7 offsuit, and then they flop trip 2s. It's like, dude, really? I called your bluff, you know, with pocket 10s or something, and then you flop trips. Yeah, I do have support tier list, 80 carry tier list, and patch notes out. Those of you that haven't seen that might be interested in that. they're freezing us out. Yeah, Yumi's not good. As I said before, she's got some problems. He just loves trading kills. I think it's pushing towards us. Yeah, it is pushing towards us, so. I'm just gonna have to, I mean, I just gotta play Rakan. I just get so tired. Every time I don't play Rakan, you just get hard camped bot lane, like, every single game. And Rakan's, like, the only mainstream champ I can play right now that can get away from 24/7 camps. Somehow their jungler always figures out about this. They figure out, if I just camp the crap out of bottom, that takes 2 champions out of the game. Sounds like a good strategy, but then our jungler is always like, you know what? I'm just going to walk around randomly in the jungle. It's not like Draven and Nami can't be ganked. They're both just as vulnerable as Sona and Misfortune are. I mean, it is what it is. I just got to figure out how to not die. Which is, I guess, just give them all of the CS and stand under tower. I don't know. Well, I started losing on Lux for similar reasons to why I'm losing this game. They just got hard camped and out jungled every game. AD carry would just always lose lane. So I started playing Rakan, and for a while I had a pretty good streak with Rakan too. I won 5 or 6 in a row with Rakan because it was like, okay, we're gonna get camped. My AD carry is gonna be terrible, but at least I can make a play in the mid game and like roam around or have some like late game engage. Our mid laners are doing all right. We can still win this. I just, you know, it is what it is. Whatever's happening, that's what's happening. So I just have to figure out how to win around that. Just gotta not die bot lane. Roam around with the jungler or something.
Been slain.
What's up, Grey Graves? Draven's up like 20 CS also. What? You gotta be able to riposte that matchup, man. He should not be able to ult you. And she's dead again. This is why I banned Draven, but I also have to ban Master Yi. Oh, there's Gragas. I mean, at least I'm not dying, I guess. Limiting my deaths now, although, you know, I gave up some early. But I mean, sometimes all you can do, the only win you can get is don't feed. I mean, dude has literally died 6 times in like 10 minutes. Draven's 6-0, or 6-3 in 10 minutes. We don't even have an 80 carry that scales it. Like, if we had Twitch or something, or like Sivir, maybe we get back into it. I mean, I scale pretty well too. Drop the beat. Okay, we can do that, I guess. I mean, they just get this, right? God, it's like 5 plates are still there. We're probably gonna get 2v1, but maybe not. God, well, there's their jungler. Why would he go on the Nami? Like, legit, why would you go on the Nami there? The Draven was the most isolated one. And he's the one with all the damage. Like, why would you open up on the Nami? Draven was wide open. Like, I was looking to ult the Draven. I guess we got shutdown gold on him. Yeah, why does Nami have tier? I don't, like, Nami could literally be rushing Infinity Edge also, and they'd probably win this game. I don't have much here. He's full health, and we're all dead. Yeah, this Gragas is just gonna sit on the Draven, as he should. Well, I'll ban Draven next game, and then they'll probably... Well, I'm gonna get demoted on this one. Then I'll ban Draven, and then they'll probably pick Master Yi.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
They banned everything that, like, respectable that has a lot of CC. I mean, I think they banned Nautilus, Thresh, and Pike on their team. This Draven, maybe he was like, hey... I'm almost positive he's some kind of smurf. But maybe they're like, hey, I'm smurfing, like, or I'm some streamer or something, like, you know, just ban these engaged champs, I'll hard carry you. Because 3 people banned for him. You know he was asking for those, because, like, why would people ban 3 supports in a game of solo queue? Feels average. Damn it. I couldn't quite get close enough.
Your turret has been destroyed.
We just don't have the damage. We're just too far behind. Our solo laners got smashed too. God, what? Vlad's down 50 CS. This dude's like 80% Vlad. Well, I guess we're just doomed in this game. Yeah, but you shouldn't. It shouldn't be a common. That's not my mindset. I'm a support, and I don't even go after the supports. Like, it depends on who's like the biggest threat that you can access. You always want to kill the biggest threat that you can access. We're about to get Malphite ulted, and then Draven's gonna pop out of a bush. Oh, and then I'm dead too. Who saw that coming? Yeah, Vlad is AFK. We were gonna fail that surrender vote anyways. It's 15 minutes. It has to be unanimous, so I didn't even bother voting when somebody put the no on there. They're just gonna win it before the next 3 minutes. Yeah, pretty much what Lev said. Because support, it depends on the support and the situation. You know, if it's a late game Sona with like 3 items and you can pick her off really quickly in one rotation in a fight, okay. But if you have a choice, I can either kill the Sona or I can kill, you know, the Draven that has like a 800 gold shutdown and is murdering everybody, then you kill the Draven. Obviously. Yeah, the support should be a low priority. Oftentimes supports don't get a lot of kills either, so they don't have shutdown gold and they're worth less gold than the other people. But usually it's because just other people are gonna put up more damage. Because support's value is something that's not like usually in their items. It's in their CC, it's in their peel, you know, it's in their vision. It's in the intangible stuff. 80 carries are almost always just their concentrated power in their items, so you want to get them off the field. It does happen with people that have an IQ higher than 50. Now, I don't know what his actual IQ is. I don't know. He may have just goofed up. He might be asleep. Who knows? Draven has a 33% win rate. Well, I don't know, man. Maybe he got his game then, I guess. This is his game of the year. I felt pretty worthless. But, I mean, what could I have played there? I mean, I guess I could have played... Like, Rakan would get smashed, too. Like, there's no way you're beating Draven Nami. I guess I could maybe Zyra. Maybe Zyra. It'd be tough. Draven's still really good into that stuff, though. He's just OP. Like, I need to ban Draven, but... Yeah, it's the Nami, though, too. Nami's one of the most oppressive laners, as far as enchanters go. Yeah, but Nami's going to heal him through all that. That's the issue, is he gets lifesteal, and Nami gets... you know, Nami has sustain in the lane, so... And they're going to win any extended trade, You have to blow him up in like one rotation. So yeah, maybe it'd have to be Zyra. I don't like Brand. I mean, if I do land the perfect stun, maybe. Brand got a minor buff, but like you don't usually max E. Like you max W, and then you get like your E is. Usually you just put 1 point in E, and you max your Q second. But because then that gives you at least a little bit of better poke if you can't get a full combo. But I mean, there could be an argument for maxing E second now. I'd have to do the math on it, but nah, Ziggs is terrible right now. He's a cool design. They just need to lower the cooldown on his satchel charge. Like, I think Ziggs is fun. They really don't want to buff him though, because like the few metas that Ziggs has been into, like where he's been pretty decent in a meta, he's really oppressive because he has such ridiculous wave clear and he takes towers so quickly. He's obnoxious. So like champions like Anivia and Ziggs, they really don't want to buff those champions because they're so hard to push into. They have so much wave clear. Oh, well, he had a 33% win rate as Draven. Well, that was only over 3 games, though, British Baby. Could have just been unlucky in 3 games, or 2 of those 3 games. That happened. I mean, win rate really doesn't matter until you get, like, at least 20 games. Probably more on a champion. Just because there's so much random stuff that can happen in games. Like, someone could DC. You could literally have 4 people feeding on your team. I mean, you could find some challenger players, probably, that are trying to do, like, an unranked challenger. And, I mean, you could probably find, like, they probably go through a stretch where they lose 5 in a row at some point. Time to change mains. The Nami hate. Not hate Nami, I'm saying she's really good. That's a compliment, that Nami's that good. That she's difficult to lane against. Like, all-in champs, maybe, but they banned all of the all-in champs. I mean, I guess I could have played Leona. Yeah, it's hard for challengers to lose earlier than plat, and they'll lose some. I mean, a lot of those unranked to diamond things, they're like 80% or whatever a lot of the time. So they'll lose some games, but... Oh, Abel asks, how did I get this icon? It's in the store under, I think it's under accessories, champion icons, and it's 1 blue essence. I didn't know about it. The stream told me about it. It gives you like a rainbow or something when you take off.
Draven out.
The Zarathustra, or the Zarathustra. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I know that was, that's some kind of ancient figure, right? I know that Nietzsche had a book, Thus Spoke Zarathustra. I need to go back and read some Nietzsche. I haven't read Nietzsche in a long time, and he was very, like, but when I was, like, a teenager, you know, he was edgy. I was like, yeah, man, Nietzsche, existentialism. But I could probably appreciate it a lot more now, other than just its novelty. So I should go back and check it out again. I think there was a later work that he wrote that, like, drew upon a lot of his ideas from his earlier works, and I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't something Heaven and Hell. That's Blake. Oh, thank God. Thank God we got an Ezreal this game.
Let's dance.
So we got an auto-filled mid. Please tell me this guy's a Tryndamere one trick. Okay. Most Tryndameres are. So it's Volibear jungle, huh? Dude, pick Kayn, man. Is Kayn banned? I mean, how do we... Well, I guess Annie can kill Vayne. Sona Annie is rough late game. I guess. Yeah, but not... That guy's not better, I don't think. It doesn't appear that he would be better on Amumu than Kayn. In general, Amumu does have a higher win rate than Kayn, but this guy doesn't have experience on Amumu. And Amumu can get bullied out. Now, Volibear, I don't think is that hardcore of a bully early on. I don't know. I don't see Volibear a lot. He's not a great pick, but overall, but I think he can still bully Amumu. And it probably will be Art Neros. We'll see. I mean, at least I'm getting value out of 0 LP. I've lost 4 and haven't been demoted, so that makes up for me getting demoted once off of 1 game. My first time down, so Riot is giving me some value out of this. Yeah, but he can still do stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't think Volibear's that great either, but...
The party starts now!
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Wait, why do we have...
They think they can catch me.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I guess Annie's better.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain. Myself, mostly. But you too!
I swear to God, if this dude dies level 1... Okay.
Our magic is a fury. It is a song you cannot resist.
Please, for my sanity, I just need an 80 carry. Can we just go even in lane and not feed? Can we just, like, have that? Just 1 game?
Let's see what these animals can do.
Yeah, he was flashed on. He could have taken his E ability and E'd out of there faster.
Why is it taking so long to get back to
Kleenex
the
not
action?
around? I don't know. Kleenex has been around sometimes. Well, you got to remember, LP, I love playing with Kleenex. He's a lot of fun. My win rate with Kleenex is not significantly higher than my solo queue win rate. But yeah, I mean, I'll play with him if he wants to play, but...
I'm just trying to
We were almost in Diamond, you know, solo. And every time, almost every time I've gotten to Diamond, I've done it solo. Season 6, when I got to Diamond, I was duoed with some people. Or I guess that was in the multi-queue thing. I played a lot with the Master Yi guy back then. But during the preseason when I got it, when I was really close last week, it was solo. So I love playing with Kleenex, but I don't think we need him to get to, like, that we can't do it without him, you know, to get to Diamond. Just have to play better. Because I have had my own bad games, you know, in this stretch. It's not like I played perfectly every game, so... Gotta clean up my play, and eventually, yeah, we're gonna have some troll games, but... I mean, Vayne did get nerfed, but, like, Ezreal just literally gives her a free lane. Like, the only reason that Vayne is a lot lower on this patch is because she can get bullied early on, but we can't bully her because we have Ezreal. I think Ezreal is literally the worst mainstream AD carry, honestly, that I want to see a normal person play. Like, in solo queue. Like, I would rather have Kalista. Because at least Kalista can do something aggressive early on, you know?
Hitting me is like boxing.
Like, Ezreal's alright later, but you give up for the first 15 minutes of the game. You just can't do that much.
I am a chronic line stepper.
I'd rather have Kalista, honestly. Like, Kalista can do things early. Like, she's aggressive. She can get some kills.
Look good. I feel good. Let's kick some ass.
I know there can be... We lose to Ezreal's on a fairly regular basis. I know there can be good Ezreal's. It just feels like his skill cap is so high. Kalista's not easy to play either, but there's just such a monumental difference between, like, there's no average Ezreal. Either you're really good or it's terrible. He's such a polarizing champ.
Humans think that to believe in something, you have to be serious about it. That's their problem.
I would probably think whoever's playing Kalista, like, they're doing it for real. Like, they're actually good on Kalista, you know? No, this is the death. After someone flashes, good rule of thumb is just let them go. Like, don't chase after a flash.
They're scared of
I guess we got 2
They're
flashes.
scared of
For,
magic. They are scared of where I'm from.
Because, like, a lot of Ezreals, I feel like it's auto-filled people just take Ezreal a lot. Like, that's part of the issue, to be fair. Like, it's a lot of people that don't know how to play him that play him. Versus, like I said, if you see someone playing Kalista, they're probably a one-trick.
Time to get it started.
Like, people don't just randomly play Kalista. Kind of like Draven. You very rarely see somebody play Draven that doesn't have, like, a lot of games on Draven. I'd say, like, over half of the people that play Draven are Draven one-tricks. Draven's not a champion. He's a way of life. He's a lifestyle. He's a lifestyle choice. Well, autofills have no business playing Ezreal either, but they do it. That's how I see it. Your autofill, play Sivir, play Misfortune. Both of those are very simple, very effective champions. Zed and Volley. Yeah, I think I've got to go for,
The humans call it battle. It's just a dance.
got to go for Zeke. I've been going for, like, an Ardent Sensor early on, but I think that might be a mistake. Especially against this much AD, I probably need armor. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Give me an autofilled Sivir any day. If someone has to be autofilled as AD carry, definitely Sivir is the best one. Or Jinx. Like, they basically just auto-attack. Like, they have some abilities, but at the end of the day, you can just, you know, auto-attack for the most part and be really effective. And Sivir has so much wave clear. I got some nice vision. Well, sort of. I'm just excited to see any vision on the map. Misfortune's pretty good too. Misfortune's legit as an autofill. You can just press R later on, you know, if you're behind. Still do stuff in team fights. You're fast. You know. Twitch is not bad either. Just some champion that relies on auto attacks mostly. Like very limited skill shots. And just scales really hard. Like that's what you want when you're auto-filled. Something that's very easy to understand what you should be doing in different situations.
I'm getting impatient.
Armor saved me there.
That was you weren't a little frightened. That was a warning shot.
I don't know what I want yet. We could do a shield. Maybe I just max my shield here. Against the Zed. I can shield other people more.
For humans, magic is like fire. For us, it is water and air.
Well, that's probably true, Amumu, but you know what? You have Ezreal, so it is what it is. Yeah, that was a really smart call to have the Annie go top instead of the Tryndamere. And Tryndamere's winning mid lane too, so that was very smart. Very smart. There are smart players out there. Very smart. Why is Akali not considered viable? Because she's melee and doesn't have a lot of sustain early on. Like, if a champion's melee, it really should not be in the bot lane most of the time as an AD carry position. Like, the one exception to that is Yasuo, but he's not even that great most of the time. Bot lane. And it's because he just counters, like, ranged champions so hard with his wind wall that he can kind of do it.
When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead. True story.
I need to go ward. I can't lose out on that much CS.
Is my cloak right? Yes, it is. I was worried there for a second.
Need to try to roam, but we can't get priority. Damn it. The Hollow Bear's gonna be there. 100%. He's gonna try to flash out his bush. Oh, never mind. 90%. He's actually mid lane.
One, two. Woo! All right.
We gotta wait on a gang. I don't think we can 2v2 him yet. Damn it, Vayne got a kill from somewhere.
someone has to die, they die.
Your team has destroyed an enemy.
I wish they would lower Rakan's shield costs a little bit, but that'd probably be OP.
An ally has been slain.
I'm gonna take all they got. Blast. Throw it away.
Well, we forced her to use her flash, so that's fine. Both of our ults are on a pretty low cooldown. This Ezreal is winning in CS. This Ezreal is actually pretty decent.
God, get this!
I'll go ahead and grab that.
Magic is a wilderness.
I want boots, but I need to complete Zeke's, and getting this item sucks. Aegis of the Legion waiting on that item. Don't engage. I just did counter engage. What do you mean? The Sona ulted on our Ezreal. I ulted back on the Sona. That's a counter engage. Forced to flash for an ult. Like, that's exactly, that's good. That's fine trade.
Humans claim it is theirs. They fence us away and cover it in refuse.
Blame the terrain. Totally that rock's fault.
Hey, what's up, Miniclo? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, but I mean, here's any advantage you can possibly get, you need to do it. Like, you need to not, like, yeah, we can't pressure that much in this lane.
Because I'm free.
But you need to try to get any pressure that you possibly can. Any CS you can make a miss, just anything. Like, you need to do it. So I don't want to sit, you know, like... Let's get the towers, fine. We don't know where they all are.
Team has destroyed.
Like, just because it's a losing matchup doesn't mean you have to sit AFK behind your AD carry, you know? Like, be cautious. But you always want to try to grab every advantage you can. If I can land a Q, I might as well, you know, even though they're probably going to heal through it. Like, at least it's making them use something. Make them scared, you know, that way they won't know if a gank's coming. If you're constantly getting, like, applying as much pressure as you can, then it's going to make it less likely they're going to notice when you are actually trying to go aggressive for a gank, or just when you feel like you can win and engage.
Humans talk about their treaties. We talk about their lies.
Randomly throwing out a Rakan ult just because Sona ulted? Why is that stupid? It's not randomly. Like, she didn't have her ult. I forced her to flash. Like, that's a good trade. Like, a 2-minute cooldown for a 5-minute cooldown. That's good. You want to do that.
It's just a fury human.
Now, Aramumu didn't take advantage of that, but that's not my fault. They are not on a long cooldown.
I don't want to
Rakan's ult's like 130 or something like that. Like, I don't just want to sit there on my ult. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not following the conversation then. What I did there, when Sona ults, I don't know what people are talking about, but that is the correct play. Sona wastes her ult. She's very far ahead of the Vayne. It's free to get her to use her flash. You just ult and use it.
Team has destroyed a turret.
But yeah, I mean, we have very little kill. Oh god. One more. Ah, didn't get it. Fail. Alright. What do I even get here? Probably just get like a Knight's Vow or something.
Magic is supposed to be scary. Love is supposed to hurt. Ecstasy needs a little fear.
Oh, someone talking about trying to engage on them, like in that lane. Ezreal's not strong enough to do that. Now that he's got Trinity, we might. But Vayne's like really good at dodging Rakan stuff too.
They will see my dance.
It's a pretty slender hitbox.
No magic's joy and its fury.
Like, Rakan's not that great in a Vayne in general, but
An ally has been slain.
I picked him mostly just because I expected the 80 carry to feed, and I just wanted to be able to make plays in the mid game. And he's pretty good against assassins like Zed. Why does it take 3 hits to kill these damn things?
Shut down. Has been slain.
Annie's actually pretty decent into other assassins if you get ahead. She's got a point-click stun. Her W gives out like pretty good resistances too. I think it either gives damage block or MR and armor. I don't remember what it is these days. I haven't played Annie in years. But yeah, I mean, so she gets pretty decent free resists, and she has a one-shot combo.
I don't want a war, but I want to be free.
Hey, full angle. Yeah, I've definitely thought about Yumi. She's extremely weak right now. I'll try to play her, at some point. I'll try to play her, but I really need to not get demoted right now. Like, I really need a couple of wins here. My #1 priority right now is trying to get back to Diamond. But yeah, I'll try to get some Yumi games in there. I mean, she got buffed 10 times yesterday, but I honestly don't even know if it's enough. It didn't buff the kind of stuff that, like, they really need, that she really needs. I think Rakan's pretty good right now. I think I had him tier 2 on my tier list, but I've been playing him more and more. But I mean, a lot of that is sort of my experience with him. He's one of my most played champs, and just kind of a meta call. Like, just play Rakan when I get tired of like not having enough agency in a game. Dude, don't step on that, bro. Come on. I haven't yet. Well, I've been so busy, like, trying to finalize school stuff. Maybe I can do that tomorrow. We'll see. I'm just always, like, so far behind on everything.
Okay, Rakan. Get them watching you. Then you burn them up.
Said, thought he was I'm a cutie pie. Yeah, like, Yumi's major problem, like, her numbers are just too low. Especially, like, the cooldown on her E is way, way too long for those charges. They did give it a little bit more healing power, but she just has virtually no CC, and, like, her healing and shielding is not that great. You know, they're trying to be really safe with her mechanic because, you know, someone being untargetable and difficult to kill is a really powerful effect, obviously. And so, you know, you want to pay a price for that. You don't want her to have the same kind of healing as something like a Soraka, right, or a Sona. But the problem is she doesn't have the healing. But she also, like, doesn't have the CC. It's like she doesn't have CC and she doesn't have raw healing. Mushrooms.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
I mean, she's a cool champ. I'll play her. I think they're gonna... I think they'll buff her some more. I mean, she's got like a 32% win rate right now. Or something like that. It's something, like, ridiculous. I know Annie did well. I'll give it to the Ezreal, though, just because that Ezreal is actually pretty good. I mean, Volley could be top or jungle. I think he's probably supposed to be jungle because he has like a fear mechanic on minions with his roar. Yeah, Volley's definitely a champ that, like, really needs a rework. His kit's just awful. His numbers are bad. I mean, like, his win rate is he's probably like 50% win rate or something. So, like, win rate wise, he's okay, I guess. But he's just not that satisfying to play with or against. They did add a mechanic onto his roar that knocks people out of the air. So, kind of like a reflex poppy kind of move. That was pretty cool, but then they nerfed it immediately thereafter. No, we got some LP off of that. We got 18. Well, I don't even know what this Poro thing, like, what's the purpose of this? It's just because it's like an international tournament, so they have all these different Poros of different colors from different places or something. What's IGBTQ? Gay, bi, trans, queer. I don't know what the I is, though. International? Well, yeah, I know it's for gay. Like, is there some, like, holiday or something? Oh, it's L for lesbian. Well, yeah, I get that. But, like, why? Is it just, it's just random? Like, there's no event or holiday or something? Hey, what's up, Arcane? You forgot the Q for questioning and the A for asexual. BLT. Not talk about. No one's talking about sodomy, man. I was just wondering. I mean, obviously, rainbow is a sign for the gay community, but. Sapiosexual. I have no idea what sapiosexual is. Yeah, I don't want to deal with Draven.
Draven out.
Oh, tree sap. Okay, so we're talking about furries now? Dendrophytes. Dendrophils. Oh. Sapiosexual. Okay, I thought you were talking about, like, people getting it on with trees or something. I don't know. Oh, okay, a Sapio. Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. I don't know. Let's not go too far down that rabbit hole, man. That's the type of thing people can look up, you know, on their own browser, on their own time. Although I'd beware the kind of sites that you're getting a hold of there. Okay, you want me to use the new skin? Sure. I haven't tried Yumi, no. I mean, statistically, she has a 32% win rate right now. So if you consider that not that bad, more power to you. For me, I'm trying to get to Diamond right. I mean, I'll try to play a game with her at some point, but we'll wait till we can take our coveted spot as a D4 0 LP. When we've earned our right to troll everybody, troll all of those little platinum ones, troll the crap out of them, and just play for fun. Yeah, I'll probably try her out on Sunday.
I'm here. The party starts now.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
We'll probably play some Lux again at some point. I mean, I change around stuff sometimes, guys.
I'm gonna live forever.
Minions have spawned.
I mean,
If it don't get out of control, it ain't a party.
maybe with like an Ezreal or something you could play Yumi and just like sit there and poke with your Qs all lane. Because Ezreal's pretty safe anyways, and you're going to lose lane, so why not, I guess. Could be the theory. I could have taken a hit with my shield, but you don't want to play her. I don't think you'd want to play her with someone who wants to be aggressive and try to get kills early. I think like a poke champion is probably the best. Whoa, how did I not hit it? Oh, we didn't kill the last minion. Fucking hell. Oh, that was painful to watch.
Magic is supposed to be scary. Love is supposed to hurt. Ecstasy needs a little fear.
An ally has been slain.
I think we could have had that if Sivir fully committed earlier. Was her Q on cooldown? Or did she just not
Danger
throw
is
it?
as fun as you let it be.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for that. I thought we had a chance there at level 2. But maybe Sivir's Q is on cooldown.
I don't want a war, but I want to be free.
It's only, I thought her Q's only like a 7-second cooldown or something though. Maybe it's longer than that. I didn't think it was that big of a cooldown, but maybe I just wasn't tracking that well enough. I mean, I got a good, it felt like she just wasn't on board. She just was not auto attacking until my CC was already done. How did they even hit level 2 before us, honestly? Triple Dorans on Yorick? What?
An enemy has been slain.
I dance because I'm free. They ain't ready for what I'm bringing. Why is it taking so long to get back to the
An
action?
enemy has been slain.
Okay. Yeah, we just gotta chill.
I have got to stop talking to myself. Damn it, Zaya, where are you? Woo! I am so into this.
Yeah, Fiddle can definitely do that. Yeah, they're on it. I mean, we can't stop it.
It's all filthy and dangerous. And that's why I love it.
Wait, did they back? Wow, what are they doing?
Long ago, our kind danced upon the mountains like flames. Now only the embers remain.
Oh, they're like ghosting some streamer.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Come on, dude. I got us out. God bless. You run into the jungler? Damn it.
Humans made promises. They kept none.
Why did she re-engage, man? That's twice she's tried to chase and has died to the Twitch. Well, the dude's information wasn't even accurate. He said, oh, he's at blue, and then he shows up bot side around Tri-Bush and cuts off that fizz, so it's not even accurate information. Damn, he's going Infinity Edge first item too, which is not good news for us.
They're scared of darkness. They're scared of magic. They are scared of where I come.
I need the experience on this wave. I think they should be able to solo that.
An enemy has been slain.
Usually I help the jungler, but that was a lot. That was like 15 CS. It was almost a whole level worth of experience there, and like just so many coins. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and complete that. It's so annoying to have to get that item. We do have Relentless Hunter to help us out too a little bit with the move speed, so we can delay our boots a pinch here. I think. No, Dan's rat is Toos from the channel. It's a different person. At least that's, I thought it was the same thing at first too. Oh, he was taking minion shot, or tower shots. Okay, there we go, nice. Man, Sivir's OP. Isn't that right, Jolty? No, Twitch was just an idiot on that play. But I do think that Sivir is pretty good right now in general. A lot of people hate the word moist. I never really understood that. I know there are some people that do, but it's like, who cares? I don't know. I've never been like really bothered by a word. Dude, there was one guy. We were doing, so there's like this contest, this English 102 contest. There's this contest, right, where we're supposed to be evaluating essays, and, you know, the winner, the student winner. There's 3,000 students in English 102 this semester in my department. Hold on, let me... I'm gonna wait and get a ruby crystal here. There are 3,000 students. There are, it's free to enter this contest. It's $100 if you win. Totally free to enter it, whoever has the best essay. There were 30 entries. Like 1% of students entered. And we're on this committee, and this one guy is just like so like obsessed with grammar. Which is kind of hilarious. What the f... Damn it, I should have flashed out. I thought I had enough. Guess it was because he was already so, done. I mean, this guy's, like, he's a nice guy, but, like, he was going on and on about, like, there was a bibliography, right? Their bibliography, and he's like, well, January really should be, like, notated with a number rather than a letter, and if it was the number 1 instead of a J, that would have put this entry before that entry in alphabetical order in the bibliography and things like that. And I could just feel everybody's being really polite, but everyone's just like, dude, there are bigger issues here. This person doesn't have a thesis. Like, they aren't making an argument. Like, that's a bigger deal than January being spelled with a J rather than, you know, notated numerically with a 1. I mean, he was nice, but I was like, oof, oh boy. Hey, Toronto. I know the movie's been out for a while, man, but, like, just still, why? Like, why? Like, the intent seems to be to spoil it for people, you know what I mean? Like, I know it's been out. Most people have probably seen it that wanted to see it, but still, like, there's no reason for that. Like, it's not even, you're not even trying to have a discussion about it. It's just literally like, this is something that happens in the plot. Like, the intent is strictly to try to ruin somebody's experience. So we're happy to have you on the channel if you want to be here, but we gotta do better than that, man. Like I said, I think most people have probably seen it, but still, like, let's just not have a malicious intent. This dude gonna get away? This dude trying to flex on me? I guess we're not going that far. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it up then.
Magic isn't supposed to be scary.
He was just giving spoilers to Avengers Endgame. He was just saying which characters die. It wasn't. It doesn't matter. I guess we'll just go for Ninja Tabby again. I'm just trying to go for the more defensive recon build here. That's what most people do on him. Like utility, off-tank stuff, like Zeke's plus Knight's Vow.
The world's a big place. Don't want to miss it.
Yeah, I mean, Arden's good, but at the end of the day, they're probably going to die anyways if you engage on them. So just, like, staying alive.
They think they can catch me. Rakan, doing his job. When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead. True story.
Hey, Origix. Yeah, you know, he only gets half the benefit out of the normal stuff, but it still is like a pretty good armor item. There just aren't a lot of other good, you know, tank type of items. I mean, it's not amazing on him, but it's pretty standard. A lot of people get it on him. You can substitute it for, I mean, Rakan has a lot of different items that can work on him. We need to get vision around Baron. It's going to be tough fighting them in, like, close team fights, though. With Twitch and Sona. Fiddlesticks. Okay, well. I should have gone the other way. I wanted to set up Baron, but... I don't know why we use that there. And with Sona, it's going to be tough. Dude, I got stunned in there. Just run.
Magic is a field. It is a sun.
Did you get it? No. We killed everything but Yori. If we get a tower, I think that's actually better for us. 4 kills plus a tower. Depends on what they get with their Baron. Damn, there's a kick right there. Oh, God. Where the hell did he even come from? I don't know why Lowry re-engaged. We could have run away, but like with the Orianna and the Sona, it's tough to get away from that.
I got freedom. I got a lady. I got a car.
Shut down. Enemy rampage.
I will make them dance. I will make them hear. someone has to die,
Oh, he's got Maiden. Can we kill that Maiden? The Orianna plus Sona protection. Lee just doesn't do anything this late in the game. Just getting outscaled. Don't play Lee Sin, even if you're good on him. If it goes to 30 minutes, you just lose. Sivir does scale. Sivir is one of the highest scaling AD carries.
I don't want a world that's safe.
I thought Maiden was dead, though. Maybe she wasn't. I thought we killed her.
I'm gonna take all they got, then laugh and throw it away.
I need to probably put that on Alawi. Try to keep her alive. I mean, if we can keep Alawi alive and they all go in the tentacles, like, that might be our best way to win this. Maybe.
Name one genius there.
She's like our only, like, really heavy. I mean, Sivir does some good AoE damage too, but like the Lee and the Fizz are, it's rough. Maybe should have gone for Redemption Locket instead of Knight's Vow, though. I don't know. Fizz just does so much damage. Holy shit, can I move? Like, at some point in this game? Oh my god. I got feared for 3 seconds or whatever, and then, like, Orianna stunned.
An ally has been slain.
For humans, magic is like fire.
We can't beat him on a
For
split
us,
push.
water and air. Should I be running? Yeah, I should probably be running.
What don't we have? Well, we have a Lee Sin on our team. Like, that's the main thing, buddy. You don't do anything late game. Yeah, it feels pretty good against Rakan, sure.
I am only as wild as magic.
We have to get a pick. I try to pick off the Yorick, but like with the Sona and Orianna, it's just so much. Fizz is just too strong. Like, or not Fizz, Twitch is just too strong. We can't even kill the Sona when I knock her up. We didn't have Fizz with us. He's split pushing, which he should be doing because we're not winning a normal game here.
Your inhibitor is spawning soon.
Our people are bleeding. My lady's gonna heal. I've been kicked around since I was born. It's all right. It's okay. I'm staying alive.
I really wanted to get a locket, but
I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
well, I got the charm on all of them. Did we get the Fizz? Or we got the Twitch? I should have QSS faster. I don't know. It looked like a good spot to me. I got a triple knockup. Which we're never going to kill him through the Sona and the Orianna.
Has been destroyed.
I need my love to hurt. I need the world to be scary. I don't apologize for it.
We just drafted a team that can't team fight and can't split push. So we really have no win condition. I mean, Lee Sin can't split at that point in the game. His CC is really conditional. It's not that great. Alawi's not going to outsplit a Yorick at a certain point. I mean, we had some momentum there for a little while in the mid game. We overstayed for that inhibitor. Like Alawi jumped back in and tried to fight them. There were a couple of moments in the mid game where we had momentum, but then we lost just because we were ahead of them. Like we could have potentially won, but. Yeah, you didn't hard carry Heroic. You have a nice KDA, buddy, but it was literally everybody else on your team was more important than you were. Alawi's okay, but she's like a specialty. Like, you need a special comp to make her work. You have to smash lane, and you have to have like a team fight comp that can hold people still. You know, if you have like an Amumu jungler, or you have like I don't know, champion shard uni. You just have a lot of CC on your team. You know, you can maybe make that work, but yeah, when you have like a Lee Sin jungler, you don't have room for any more shenanigans on your team. Like, it has to be all business. Guys, I don't want to get demoted playing Yuumi. I'll get demoted the old-fashioned way. Sorry, Bensei. Yeah, it happens. Probably not going to play Brand. If I'm ever going to play Brand, I'm just going to play Zyra instead. I think it's just you, Beautiful. He's actually gone up 3 or 4% in the last couple of patches. I've been winning on him a decent chunk lately. I thought I had some impactful, like, pretty good plays that game, but we just got outscaled. I might play some Lulu, maybe. Lulu's not great into Sona. Like, you need hard engage on Twitch and Sona. I don't like Vel'Koz. I'd rather play something like Lux if I wanted to play Vel'Koz. I mean, it's not just that Rakan's my favorite champ. It's that, like, I legit think he's actually pretty good right now if you're experienced on Rakan. It's like his laning phase is actually not that bad, and you should never die on Rakan in the lane, which is not. So, like, if you get hard camp, no, Alistar's terrible. Alistar doesn't do any damage. I was getting on the Sona in that game. We just weren't able to kill her. Like, Orianna protects her, she heals herself, the Sona heals herself. I think he's pretty good right now. He's got like a 51% win rate or something, and he's a hard to play champ. People... Yeah, Leona, I think there's a lot of champions that are way better if you want that kind of thing right now. I think Alistar's really outdated, except for pro play. Even then, I don't think he's played that much right now. He just gets, like, hardcore outscaled. He gets outscaled by, like, Braum. Yeah, I know you mean into Sona, but I'm saying there are, like, other hard engage supports that'll probably do more, like Nautilus or Leota, Thresh, Blitzcrank. I don't know. I'd probably rather have Blitzcrank than Alistar. I might be going a little far, but... Huh. Jinx is good, but Sivir's got Spell Shield against like Lux Binds and things like that. Sivir can also Spell Shield like some of the Karma stuff that she does in lane.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I mean, it's tough to say. Like, you're just like spoiling stuff, man.
30 seconds until
Toronto.
minions spawn.
I mean, like, maybe it's a joke, or I don't know. I guess a lot of people just didn't get it. I certainly didn't think it was a joke. I thought it was just you're coming in just trying to spoil a movie.
Minions have spawned.
I mean, humor's difficult on the internet, man. Like, it's really hard to read between the lines on stuff like that. I don't know, man. Well, whatever the intended effect was, I don't think anyone interpreted it that way. So sorry if that's what you intended, but like walking in and without saying anything else, just immediately dropping spoilers for a movie is not usually received well. So sorry if your intent was good and we interpreted it poorly, although I don't think that was an unreasonable way to interpret that. I need to save my charge for the cannon minion.
First blood.
I'm gonna just chill and farm. Those are definitely words you never want to see in solo queue. That just means basically I don't know how to take trades, so I'm just gonna give up basically. Alright, we can maybe go in and fight him. Kaisa does quite a bit early on. We gotta be aware of those missiles. Right, why would you not flash? Well, one jungler camps top, one jungler camps bottom. You decide. What do I think of Karma? I don't think she's that great right now. I think this person, like, is winning right now because our Sivir's a fool. But I don't think the champion itself is in a fantastic spot. I disagree with Bizzle about Nautilus. He does just as much as other, you know, tanks early on. Or pretty close to it. I mean, the thing, like, Bizzle discounts just how powerful that ultimate is. Like, AoE, CC knockup on a low cooldown. Just like, and the value of wave clear. Just like how useful the wave clear is on Nautilus. Her numbers are just too low. Like, her shield is like 190 base with a pretty low ratio on it. Like, she has good poke in lane, but there are other champs that also have good poke in lane that scale better than she does. She doesn't have numbers. Like, she used to be good when her empowered E actually gave, like, a really big shield. AoE shield to everybody, but now, like, they've nerfed it a lot. So her numbers are just too low compared to things like Sona and Lulu. Because she was very oppressive for, like, I think it was like season 6, maybe? Maybe season 5, I can't remember, but there was like a whole season where she was really, really good in the bot lane. She was like pick ban in pro, like pretty much every game. It was like Karma, Zyra. Back, like, Caitlyn, I think, was really good in that meta. It was like Caitlyn Karma, Ezreal Karma. It's like just push poke lanes. Which is kind of what we're coming back to, but she's been nerfed so much. I love it when junglers are like, y'all push, how am I supposed to gank? It's like you come through the lane bushes, like... Those are the best ganks, usually. If your support, like, control wards it. Okay, hopefully they win this. I mean, guys, it's a freaking 3v2. Is Ziggs bot still viable? It never was. There's like 1 month or something in a preseason where people played him sometimes in the bot lane, where everyone was saying, you know, 80 carry dead meta. It's like between season 6 and season 7, I think. But it was never really like that great. It was kind of the flavor of the week for 1 week. Otherwise, it's never been played bottom. It's just when the meta was so fast and assassins were so strong that 80 carries just did not have time to scale. No way. Well, we overstayed for that one. Did I get tethered or something? I was slowed by so much. Alright, can you hit it? Can you hit it? Alright. I mean, similar to Jinx Howl. Twitch, maybe? If you want, like, AoE team fight. Wait, why the ult? It's okay, XK. I think we're 1 and 2. So not amazing, but I mean, we're probably about to get demoted.
Enemy rampage. Enemy rampage. Turret plating will soon.
Oh, we're
fall.
getting out jungled again. That's weird. We need to try to make a play on some of these clowns. We don't have any priority mid lane.
An enemy is unstoppable.
What is going on? Am I dead? Sivir. Jesus fuck. She's like literally just running away while Kaisa runs me down and auto attacks me. She did a lot of damage there to the Kaisa with the Q and just a couple of autos. Like, what's your opinion on Yumi? I think she's really weak.
An ally has been slain.
That's kind of the new standard Kaisa build. You rush Mirror Mana and then you go Gensu's. I talked about it in my most recent 80 carry tier list I just released today. I might do a separate video about it. It's basically you get your Q evolved 700 gold faster. Yeah, just get me out of here. If people want to... I mean, I'll play it out if people want to play it out, but we're not going to win this. Everyone's dying. The Sivir's terrible. Oh my gosh, how did that not hit? They have so much CC. Dead.
An ally has been slain.
I mean, it's 3 to 18. And just, I don't know. And just the way people were playing, like, it's not unlucky. It's like, we're just way worse than they are. Yeah, but I mean, it's not unlucky in the sense that, like, people were playing well and we're just losing really close fights and we could actually win if people wake up. It's like, no, people are just way better, like, way worse on our team or way better on their team, depending on your perspective. So I don't see it happening. Like, the Sivir not auto-attacking when Kaisa chases me down and auto-attacks me like 4 times. Karma was like pretty far back. Sivir's at like full HP, doesn't throw a single auto-attack. Like, that says it all. No, I didn't say it's always the jungle. Although a lot of times it is. I mean, I think, as I always say, jungle is the hardest lane to carry. You know, if your jungler's bad, it's really, really hard to win the game. I think you can, like, win games if any other champion is bad, but, like, it's really hard to win if your jungler's bad.
turret has been destroyed.
I mean, every lane can carry. Yeah, if your AD carry is actually good. If you play the right kind of support, you can win though, even if your AD carry feeds. But it's obviously harder. It's nice if they don't feed. I'm just like running around in circles trying not to die because there's like nothing we can do. We're literally like Vlad's down there like trying to split push. Oh, damn it. Almost got a kill on Karma. Gotta find something positive about this game. Depends on your elo bracket. I think the higher the elo bracket goes, the stronger AD carry gets. But like, they take a while to come online, and you have to farm really well. Then they need a lot of gold. They're like the most gold hungry role in general. Well, we back down? Oh my god, really? We've lost so many games. Okay, well. That's what I need to do, is just keep getting promoted to Platinum 1 and then just keep losing at 0 LP until my MMR like matches the actual people that we're playing with. It feels like we're playing gold games right now. Well, it's not, I mean, that's not really fair, because like gold on gold, like you could get fairly matched games. It's just not, like the last two games have just kind of been a waste of time. I think that one was definitely a waste of time. I can't remember. The earlier one was Recon. No, that one was actually alright. We just got outscaled. We just screwed up in the mid game, but that was actually a game. Our team comp just lost in the end. That was actually a game. And then I think we won the game before that. Hey, thanks, Bray. I appreciate it. I mean, you did really well on Shin support on Viewers Night. I mean, I don't know. I personally don't think he's that great most of the time, but he can be if you, you know, if you land a lot of taunts, you have a good all-in lane, he could definitely work. I know people were doing him in pro for a little bit there, but I don't know if that's still the case or not.
Draven out.
No. I don't think RE80C is that great. Who drinks more of this tea? Depends on what you mean by off meta. I mean, viable is a strong word. Like, can you win with stuff like that? You can win with weird stuff, sure, but is it optimal? Probably not. It depends on what, like, the champion you're talking about. I mean, like, Cassiopeia or Karthus, like, as a mage ADC bottom is probably still, like, alright. It's not as good as it was, but it's probably still okay, you know?
Feel the thorns embrace.
Oh, it's Vayne top? Great with Alawi. Yeah, I think we're like 3-0 with Alawi or something like that. I don't know. That if it includes normal games, probably higher than that. But I only pick her if we have Draven. I mean, it depends on your elo bracket too. Like, if you're in like iron or bronze or whatever, like, yeah, some weird stuff like has a higher chance of being successful. Although I will say that, you know, still picking. I don't mind Sivir. I like having Sivir on my team. I'd much rather have a Sivir than a Vayne or an Ezreal. It's Jolte's the one that hates the Sivir. Which I don't know, like, what, like, I mean, she does so many things so well. I think she's literally the best AD carry on this patch for solo queue.
Take
Welcome
care.
to Summoner's Rift.
Plat 4 low elo? I don't think so. I mean, I think for something to be called low anything in life, it has to be below a 50% threshold minimum.
Such a busy world.
So, like, I would say, I wouldn't even say that gold is low. I'd say it's like mid-tier, like, people just talk low and high, and it's like mid-tier. I think that, like, you know, maybe like silver is where people could start drawing the line, but I don't know. I mean, like, that description of low elo versus high elo doesn't really matter like that much. Yeah, but Sivir's really easy to play. So, like, I would rather someone who's auto-filled play Sivir than play Ezreal or Vayne. Let me go ahead and VOD this. I do need some more footage. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm the Stretch Professor. Today we're doing a Zyra game. This is patch 9.10. Still on our quest to reclaim Diamond. Back to Platinum 1. Pick Zyra here. Zyra's pretty good in a Thresh historically. Your plants can block his hooks. Just wanted to play something that was going to be a little lane dominant. I thought we were going to be against a Vayne, but they flexed the Vayne to top lane and ran Ezreal instead. But that's fine. Also, Zyra's pretty good against tanks in general. Like Sejuani gives you some extra damage so your team can punch through. She often takes Leandries, which is really good into tanks as well. She does stuff, like, she's really good counter engage, so if they have something like a, you know, a Thresh or a Sejuani or whatever, She's really good in that. She's not that great in a poke, so in general, Ezreal can be a problem for her, but I mean, it is what it is. I thought we were going to be against Vayne, but it's still good against Thresh. It's still good against Sejuani. What? I missed the plant on him earlier. I don't have my E yet. So we should be able to freeze out this wave.
Things aren't always what they seem.
If Sivir would have just put her head down and auto-attacked, I think we would have won that a lot more cleanly, but... Yeah, we're not even really behind on CS after that. Ezreal did get the kill.
Venture out the beaten path.
Okay, he probably backed for tier. Can we get drag? At least does it really well, too. No, we just got to give this up. Alright, well, we got a kill out of it. That was a little on the goofy side, but...
So much more to see.
An enemy has been slain.
One trick Nunu. Hey, I kind of agree with two. I think Nunu's really good right now, honestly. I think he's one of the best junglers, if not the best, in most elo brackets.
Wait until my seeds take root.
I guess I can just grab like a potion and a control ward or something. Might as well grab something. I can't really stand up here versus a Thresh anyways. It's just too scary. Struggling out here. You should always max your E first because that's your CC and you want to hold people in your plants for as long as possible. Q max is terrible. I mean, E does the same amount as Q. Like, Q's on a lower cooldown, but most of your damage is your plants anyway, so there's no point in spamming Q if you don't have plants to go with it. And your plants are on a long cooldown, so early on. So I pretty much always max E, and then I'll max W second, so we get more plants. It helps you out with vision, and that just allows you to poke a lot more.
Nice try.
I pretty much just use the Q to spawn the plants.
Take careful steps. Such a busy world.
Okay, Sejuani's top. Damn it, I thought I hit him. Barely missed him. I don't know, it went like right between both of them. That was really unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, this is why Sivir is so strong. It's like, what do you, I mean, you just push him in a tower over and over again, and you just get free poke on him.
Things aren't always what they seem.
What? How did that not hit him? Was my E on cooldown? Was I out of mana? I thought I E'd the Sejuani when she ran forward. I messed something up there.
The forest holds many surprises.
Iron 4 negative LP. You negative 100 in Iron 4. Yeah, I went into melee, but that's because I thought that I killed the, or I thought that I rooted the Sejuani, and I was trying to get an ignite range.
Just
Could get
a
flanked
harmless flower.
by the Thresh, like right here or something. keep missing my E's.
Take careful steps.
I'm hitting some clutch ones, but haven't played. I played Zyra a couple of times the other night, but I haven't played her consistently in a while. She's pretty good right now, like in a heavy poke kind of meta, especially when tanks are coming back. She's great. Like, she really does not like playing against highly mobile assassins, so she'd much rather see things like Sejuani and Amumu, because she's great counter engage. I should have predicted he'd try to do that. I didn't have to waste my flash there. Alright, she tilted. Okay. This guy really wants me. Alright. CS max at 10 minutes. That's intense, man. That's like one per wave.
Come closer.
Guys, y'all know Toos is trolling you, right? He's like a high diamond or master level player. I don't remember which.
Wait until my seeds take root.
Unstoppable.
The forest holds many surprises.
Everyone on this team's buying control wards, or at least there's 3 people, 2 other people other than me that are buying control wards. That's honestly like one of the biggest indicators of you have a really good team is people buy control wards. It's not just because they buy control wards, but like it just means they have a brain. So usually they do other things well too. If they know enough to make the decision to buy a control ward as a non-support, then even as a support sometimes, then it means they're probably a little smarter than your average player. Whoa, what the oh god, for real? Okay, well, I guess that video's not doing anything.
Just a harmless flower.
ran out of disk space. I need to clear up some of that space here in a second.
Gauntlet. Your team has destroyed a turret.
What? I should have flash ignited him. That would have been pretty troll.
Destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Damn, I didn't even get any of those. Those IRC has problems. Keep applying pressure for GP. Make sure we don't get flanked here. Break says one, he's passive.
So much more to see.
An enemy has been slain.
Typical Vayne. Oh yeah, Vayne is AFK. Trying to get cute. They trying to flex on us. They trying to flex. The kids love that word flex for all sorts of things.
Venture off the beaten path.
And people say like weird flex to mean like somebody's bragging about something that's unusual. Kennan's like, what the? And then I had someone like on my student evaluations, it's just like, assignments are kind of hard, but he's willing to flex on the deadlines. I'm like, okay. Willing to be flexible. Language is just so innovative and pliable. There's just so many like weird words. Preposterous bows, but alas. That's right. Dude, we need to bring that back. We need to bring back vocabulary. People these days, you know, people just innovate and come up with really new words. It's like there's a lot of like good words in English that we just never use. Those are the same people who dab. Weird flex, but okay. Yeah, that's pretty much, that's the saying. Helps keep me fresh, helps keep me hip, you know? I know the lingo of these kids. Upon further review, it actually was, I'm pretty sure it was those 3 girls. Like, because I did get one, like, disliked a lot in the eval, but there were so many, like, you know, best teacher ever kind of evals that it just drowned her out. And so many people did an eval. There's like 18 people, and there's just like one hater and then her 2 cronies. you know, gave me like neutral reviews on things. But it didn't matter. I still had really good evals, which is nice. Maybe I'll still have a job in the fall. I don't know. We'll see. I'm on this like awards committee or whatever. Do you need a master's degree to teach? To teach at a university, you need a PhD. To get like full-time. I've done everything on my PhD but the dissertation. I have to try to start doing that dissertation. I really haven't done anything for like 3 years on it. You've got 5 years to complete after the dissertation, so I need to get it started this summer. Cronies. Damn, we're out of bars too, man. I need something to eat here in a second. I don't know. I think we still have like some cheese sticks I can eat. Yeah, we crushed that game. Maybe I just fulfill Jolty's prophecy and just play some Zyra here. Rihanna is my GF. I doubt that. Oh, she AFK'd right after she chased me all the way up the river and just like basically inted into me. Oh, dude was gold 1. So was the Ezreal. What? What was our team? Our team's all plat 1, plat 2. Why do they have... Oh, because they duoed. The Anivia duoed with the Vayne, and the Vayne went AFK. Dude, that's so troll. Like, why would you AFK when you're duoed? When your other person isn't also AFK? That's a pretty douche move, for being honest. Oh, that's why it was one-sided, because we're a bunch of high plats versus golds. We do, I mean, we do lose to gold sometimes too, but I cannot speak Chinese at all. Sorry, I wish I could. Very cool language. But give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. We'll play some more. Yeah, no, that was a very long time. Yeah, it was 2016. Yeah, I finished my comps in, I think, November of 2015, actually. So I might only have like a year and a half left, so I really need to like get on this. All right, I'll be back in a second. The school reviews, it's kind of a mysterious process with teacher evals, and each school's probably a little different, each department. I'm at a university. People get a little confused. Like, when people call me a teacher, I'm an instructor at a university, which is very different from a high school teacher. But yeah, I mean, that's part of the consideration if you're up for a promotion. If you're a part-timer like me, that probably plays in. They call us part-timer. What that means is you don't get paid very much at my university. It's like you're a pure adjunct. But at my university, you can get different ranks of adjuncts. You can actually get to a full-time adjunct, which means you have a little bit more job security, a little bit more pay, but... Well, here's the thing, like... I actually give my students time in class to do it, and I explain a lot about the course on the last day. So I just go through, we do a review of what we learned, what I was trying to teach them. I said, here were my goals. I have them, like, do a daily writing where they just write up sort of informally, like, what their favorite part of this was of the semester, what they thought was strongest, what they wish I'd do more of. So I have them write about it for, like, 10 or 15 minutes, and then I have them talk about it with each other. Like, they pick a partner and just talk about what do they think about the course for, like, 10 minutes. And then I go through and explain, like, okay, here was my thought process when I was putting together some of the things for the course. I say, these are things I cannot change. And so I'll tell them, like, I have to have an attendance policy. I have to have a participation policy. There has to be 4 essays. They have to be these kinds of essays. These are departmental mandates. I can't change these things. These are things that I could change. And so I say things like, you know, I allow for open-ended topics rather than really structured prompts. I use daily writing to quantify participation instead of the crystal ball method, you know, thinking like, oh, Jimmy sits on the front row, he talks every day, so I'll give him an A, but Sarah's really shy in the back, and so I'll give her a C. So I tell them, these are things I could change, these are things I can't change, you know, here's what I was thinking when I made the choice that I made, and then I say, what do you think? And then we go into, and then I let them do their evals in class for like 10 or 15 minutes. So we turn it into like a whole half day sort of review of the class / actually, you know, let them know what my decision process is. And I find I get, like, in one class, like 90% of students wrote an eval. Another one was a bit more lazy. There was only 50%, but I get pretty high. Usually, in general, I get higher participation in the evals, and I get higher ranking. And I think a big part of it is just because I make it a part of the class, the last class. I teach English, mostly persuasive writing. So teaching students how to research better, how to write better. They get to choose their topic that they write about. I'm going to do Zyra again. Why not?
Feel the thorns embrace.
I can teach 19th century Victorian literature, but they don't let me teach that much as a part-timer. So I wouldn't mind teaching, and I've taught it before. Hey, that's cool. Hey, a lot of students in my class are business majors, science majors. There's usually only like 1 or 2 English majors in my classes, so I definitely try to teach to people that aren't English majors. I talk about all the time how, like, this stuff is useful. Like, the stuff that I'm teaching. So, you know, for example, if you're a business major and you're going into advertising, you know, you really need to understand your audience and what they want so that you can market to them effectively. Or if you are even like a science major, you're going to have to get funding at some point. You're going to want some kind of project, you know, you're going to have to try to get investors interested in something a lot of the time. And so you're going to have to learn how to pitch it to them. You're going to have to think about what are things they actually care about. You're going to have to research, you know, the person that you're pitching this to get a feel for what are some other projects they funded. Why do they choose to fund certain projects? What are things they're looking for in something that they fund? So there's just like pretty much any field you'd have to think about it. Stats is one where it's like, I don't know, maybe. It depends on what you're doing stats for. I mean, trying to learn how to interpret data and present data in a way that's going to be persuasive to the audience you're trying to, you know, connect with. I don't know stats like on a theoretical level that well, but just learning how to structure your results in a way that's going to be useful for your organization can be helpful. Because it's not, I mean, people, you know, a lot of students when they first come in, you know, they'll be thinking, oh, it's all about facts. It's all about, you know, as long as you tell somebody something that's factual, then it's going to be persuasive. It's like, no, it's not. Because, yeah, different people care about different facts a different amount. So you have to think, okay, well, it's not being untruthful. It's learning how to present data in a way that's going to be meaningful to somebody. Because it's not, like, one activity that I do to try to break them of this habit early on is I have them try to write an autobiography. I tell them, okay, tell me your whole life, everything about it, give me all the facts. And I give them 10 minutes to do it. And then a lot of times they're like, how am I supposed to cover all that? You know, some students will ask, well, where do I start? Do I start at the beginning or what? I'm like, just tell me the facts. And then we go through it, and then I tell them, like, you don't remember 99% of your life. If you really think about every second of every day that you'll never remember, it's just vast. You don't hardly know anything about yourself because you don't remember any of the facts, right? But you do remember things that matter. Like, it's that 1% of stuff that you remember that's actually meaningful to you, and that really determines who you are and what you care about and all that stuff, and that's fine. But it's not factual. It's a construct. Like, you are choosing, you know, consciously and subconsciously to an extent, who you are and what's important to you. It's not a fact. It's construct. So that's something that, you know, blows people away. Or even just the fact of, like, you know, the desk that you're sitting at or the wall that you're looking at right now is 99% empty space. It's composed of atoms, which are mostly empty space, but it looks like it's solid. Like, your mind does all kinds of things to make the world look like it's really organized and factual and that you have a really good grasp on it with, like, this kind of pure logic, but that's not really true at all. Like, it's all a narrative that we create for ourselves. And that's fine. There's nothing evil or bad about that. It's just people way overemphasize what they think facts are and how facts are, like, how useful facts are. So, yeah, it's worthwhile trying to get closer to things that are, like, congruent with reality, that are accurate, but it is kind of, well, it's kind of postmodern, but it's, you know, people have been talking about this since, like, Plato and Aristotle. Like, this isn't, like, a newfangled postmodernism. Do facts actually exist? Well, depends on if you think numbers are real or if you think God exists, I guess. I mean, that's what a fact would be. Like, in a pure sense of the word. Joe Rogan. But yeah, I mean, that's the
forest holds many.
But yeah, so that's just something that I really try to get students away from because they're just so clingy. They're like, but I found this data, I found this survey, or, like, you know, I found this study that said this. It's like, that doesn't mean it's a fact. That's just information that's may or may not be useful. You know, you got to think critically about it. You got to think, is this, like, 'cause you can find, you know, you can find data for anything. There's somebody that's got some kind of, you know, some kind of experiment they did or some kind of survey they did that can say almost anything you want. Anyway, sorry, I don't know how I ended up going off on that, but that is one of my things that I really try to stress to students a lot is, like, our knowledge is constructed. Like, it's not really based on facts because we can't really understand facts. Our mind can't really process facts. It's too much information to process. And that's fine. You should be okay with that. You can say you exist. Well, I just default to Descartes on that one. I just say if you're thinking, if you're asking the question, do I exist, in some form or fashion you exist in order to ask that question. Like, that's kind of where I go. But everything up after that's kind of up for grabs. Some people would say we're a simulation. There are theories out there that say that, you know, everything we perceive is just some kind of computer simulation, like a Matrix-esque type of theory. In a way, if you believe in, like, you know, the afterlife or things like that, Earth would kind of be like a simulation then. It wouldn't be true reality, but I don't know. I leave that up to other people to debate, but I think that, you know, you probably do exist in some way, form, or fashion if you're asking whether or not you exist. All I just know is we haven't been so zoned out doing stuff. I'm so happy we have another Ezreal. Vel'Koz is actually pretty good into Zyra. It's kind of annoying. Any sort of longer range mage, Vel'Koz, Lux, that type of stuff is going to be good into Zyra. Hit him, Ezreal. Yeah, there you go. It's okay to auto attack. Well, I don't want to start a conversation about religion on the chat. We need to stay away from religion and politics, but... we could all be a dream. I think it's okay if we are. I mean, I don't know. Some people think that if something isn't like 100% factual or real, that it's not authentic or it doesn't matter. I'm like, why?
An ally has been slain.
I think it's... I'm hearing some thunder outside, so hopefully my power doesn't go out. If it does, I apologize. Like, nothing's really permanent. Everything changes. Everything has a flexible identity, and that's okay, I think. But... damn it, guys. Get out of here. Stop. Just let us back, bro. Got him. Would we wake up? I don't know. I mean, that's, you know, that's up to you and whichever religion or philosophy you want to look at what happens when you die. Don't have the answer, never have died.
Such a busy world.
Well, facts are objective, but, you know, like I said, I think that things that are objectively facts are not really that objective. I think a lot of it is... there's some level of interpretation. Not to say that everything is equal, that everything's pure anarchy and chaos in terms of meaning, but meaning is a lot more flexible than people think, I think. No.
Just a hum.
The courtrooms are not based on fact. They're based on precedent and interpretation of the law. Otherwise, there'd be no room, or there'd be no reason to ever have lawyers by that reason, right? You could just go look it up in the book. Okay, the person did this or did that. Here's the punishment. But it's not that simple, because it's not based on facts. It's based on evidence, which is not the same thing as facts. Like, it's an interpretation of a lot of different factors by people who are human, and not all judges, not all lawyers are the same. This is why it's such a huge deal when there's a new Supreme Court appointee, because they all bring their sort of philosophies and ideas to the court. So, like, you know, the legal system is not really based on facts. It's loosely based on things that correlate with reality, but it's not a math equation.
Come closer. An ally has been slain.
Fact, it's Friday. Yeah. In most places, depends on where you are in the world. This time of the week would not have always been Friday throughout all of human history, though. Friday was something we invented to organize ourselves around a schedule. And I think that was largely popularized by the British Empire so that, you know, they would have consistent communication. So when they were, like, writing letters back saying this happened, you know, colonial officials were saying this happened at this point of the day, people would have a reference. Okay, that happened on a Saturday at 5 p.m. But, you know, not all calendars are the same. That's true. California, it is still Thursday. These are all interesting things to think about. Like, the bottom line, like, the real thing is people just need to think critically about the information that they're processing. Like, that's it. Like, some information is better than others, for sure. But yeah, just... And some stuff you have to take at face value, you know? You just may not know enough to critically examine it, or you just may not care enough to want to critic. Like, I don't know how a refrigerator works. I just kind of accept that it works when it works. I don't know how most stuff works, you know, in my life. I'm okay with that. I'm all right with my ignorance. Unless it stops working, then there's a problem. But just in general, whenever you can, especially about things that are really important to you, just pause and think carefully about it. Like, that's it. That's the only thing that's, like, kind of the moral of the story there.
An enemy has been slain. The forest holds many surprises. An enemy has been slain.
Who is a better philosopher? I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not super well versed in either one of them. Like, some, but it's been a long time since I've read them. I think most people consider Plato better in general. I like Plato is more
An enemy has been
analytical. I think that Aristotle started getting into like poetics and poetry and things like that more, but they're both very useful. Fun fact, Plato actually hated democracy. Thought it was terrible. And like the main reason, I probably shouldn't even say this because it's going to get political, but he was just saying that people aren't going to be smart enough to understand situations enough to vote. He was saying that you could manipulate the masses with a bunch of misinformation and clever rhetoric. So he was a big fan of like philosopher kings, as he called them, like a wise council of people. Which sounds great, so, you know, that's kind of the tension there. It's like, well, yeah, we're seeing that a lot, especially this day and age, regardless of, once again, I'm not saying the specific side, but I'm just saying that a lot of information has become manipulative, regardless of where you get it. Like, it's all about views and clicks now, rather than accurate information. And all information has become politicized. Like, the news used to not be, like, as explicitly politicized as it is now. But then you also have the problem of corruption. Obviously, doing something like Philosopher Kings, how can you trust those people? How can you hold them accountable? That's a huge problem with oligarchies. So the thing about democracy is not that, like, people don't get manipulated. It's that there are answers. If, you know, there are answers to authority figures. That's the main thing, is it's a vowel. Or at least there are perceived answers so that, you know, the peasants don't pick up their pitchforks and start burning everything, you know? Oh, God. Hell, really? Well, I guess that was really clever of them. But yeah, sorry I started. I don't want to start any political debates. Just, we mentioned Plato, and I think that was kind of a fun fact about Plato that's very relevant for today. Well, hats off to them. They sat there in that bush and just let us push the entire wave and then try to jump us while Amumu is simultaneously soloing a dragon. I did not expect that. The blind leading the blind here, I guess. You know what? I have seen Amumus do very well in many of my games. Maybe I'm just a hater of Amumu. I believe it's about time to... you know, change my tune on Amumu, at least in Platinum. He's probably still not that great in Challenger, but, you know, he does seem to be making some pretty, he does seem to have an impact in the games that I'm in. Like, he definitely does things. In several games that I've seen, so, and he does have a really high win rate. Yeah, maybe it's time to ease up on him. He has had several buffs over the past, like, I don't know, 5 patches or something. Hecarim, yeah, Hecarim's gonna roll back through here. I've got ult, though. We can delete him.
An ally has been slain.
Oh, damn it, they have a... I should have moved that ward faster. Probably didn't need to flash there, but I thought it was going to be close. Yeah, I mean, he's always had a good ult. The problem is he's just gotten busted up in the early game a lot. But early game has changed, you know. They pushed the scuttle back. People are playing more of these tank type of junglers. I did get 3 plants down.
Promising garden.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with that. Yeah, Mumu always has a useful ult, but he's got a little bit of a better early game. Like, his bandage toss is way better. You can't dodge it as easily. Isn't it on, like, a lower cooldown or something, too? If you max bandage toss. It's like, didn't it get, like, a 4-second lower cooldown or something crazy? Blumpkin or feed? Isn't a blump... I probably shouldn't even ask. Isn't that like a sexual thing? Or am I thinking of something else? Pretty sure it's something that's like kind of disgusting. I mean, maybe that's too judgy, but probably do not want to Google that. Bros, get this. What? Clean them out. Okay, well. You would have think they would have taken the Raptors. I mean, they're literally right there. But that's fine.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Rampage.
Dale Ratzik. Do myself a favor, don't look up that term. That's probably good. Demonetize instantly. Oh, heck, I'm gonna try a flex.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, it's pretty troll putting LeBlanc that low. I don't know, like, she's one of those champions. There's a lot of champions that are like that right now in the meta, like, especially in top and mid lane, where it's like, if you're really proficient on the champion, it's very good, but if you're not, it's terrible. So there aren't that many, like, easy mode mid and top laners that are top tier. He just inting? Flex on Hecarim. There's some, I mean, like Ahri and Malzahar, you know. There's a couple, but there aren't that many. Like, a lot of them, you know, the ones that are easy to play are not, like, super effective right now in mid and top. Some of them are. I mean, like I said, you've got your Malzahar, you've got your Ahri, you've got your Garen, you know, you've got your Darius, who's relatively simple. But it's pretty balanced in mid and top. I think there's quite a few different champs that are pretty solid. I think the game itself is overall in a pretty balanced state right now. I think it's pretty good. Come here, get this. Jungle's probably one of the more imbalanced, but if you think about it, like, tanks are pretty good in the jungle right now. Assassins are still pretty good if you're good on them. Some like you've got your Nunu, your utility jungle, pretty strong right now. I mean, I guess you could call him a tank also, but like he's pretty strong. You've got your Amumu, but then you also have like your champions like Kha'Zix, Kindred, you know, those types of champs. Hey, I'm perfectly fine if assassins aren't like prime time in the meta. I still think they're pretty good. I still think they're pretty good, especially in mid. Ivern's alright. I mean, he's got a decent win rate. I like Nunu a lot more, though. He's just tankier. And the thing is, like, Ivern's itemization, if you have an enchanter on your team, feels really bad. So if you don't have an enchanter, if you have a tank support, I think Ivern gets a lot better. Because then you're not, like, overlapping on Ardent Sensors and Redemptions, which lose a lot of their value in multiples. He certainly is better than he was, because, like, the Scuttle, I mean, he can fight for Scuttle, too, but, you know, the game's just slowed down a little bit. More or less of a douche. I don't know. I sort of clarified him that he's like this master thief. Probably more. Before, I just thought of him as kind of like this mystical traveler guy, but the VU like really emphasized that he steals stuff, has no qualms about it. So probably a little bit more. A bit more of a jerk. Legit forgot they even had a Vhagar in this game. Right there. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Thanks, Liar. Treasure Hunter, Indiana Jones style, yeah. Hey, thanks so much. That helps out. I mean, he is an explorer, but he takes stuff. Yeah, it's like Indiana Jones style, I guess. Victory.gg. Well, we're only getting 16, but that might have something to do with losing, like, you know, 5 games at 0 LB. Tennessee, East Tennessee. Southern United States. I don't know. We got lucky, I guess. I mean, we got demoted at 0. Like, literally when we hit... when we hit 0 LP the first time down from Platinum 1, we got demoted instantly. So, you know... I guess that was their payback, not getting demoted. It's because I just got promoted... and I lost those 5 almost in a row right after promotion. And I think they give you like a window where you can't get demoted again after promotion. I don't know exactly what that window is, but... yeah, we were on a loss streak when we went down from 6. I mean, we had lost like 4 or 5 almost in a row or something. But... they give you a certain window when you promote. I mean, that is interesting, Jolty, but the issue is, like, you need something that gives you some semblance of a laning phase as Yuumi. That's her big problem. I think Comet is probably the best because your Q does slow, does allow you to, you know, run Comet. So you could run Q, Comet, Scorch, Absolute Focus. I think that's probably the way to go, and then just Spell Thieves. Maybe, secondary is like Shield Bash plus, Second Wind or something. Hey, Mongeron. Yeah, sure. Support has a big impact. I mean, a lot of times the laning phase is won or lost by the support in bot lane. You control Vision. Vision's one of the most powerful resources in League. And there are a lot of different types of champions you can get. A lot of times support also controls a lot of either CC, Initiation, or Peel. And the stat plus healing and shielding and just enchanters in general are super high scaling champs. So yeah, I mean, I think that you definitely can. I mean, there are a lot of supports that are well over 50%.
Draven out.
Janna's alright. Not amazing, but she's okay.
Pleased to meet you.
I was trying her out for a little bit, but I think brown boots are still, like, because you're going to have to leave your AD carry to go ward. So I think brown boots are fine. Especially early on. I mean, if you run Relentless Hunter, you may not need boots, but I think the Comet is actually the most popular build on Varus Yuumi, huh? Person's not very good on Kaisa. Vel'Koz, bad woman. I guess. Lethality, Tryndamere support. Tryndamere might actually be worse than Master Yi as support. I don't know. It's in the running. Twitch, Yuumi. I mean, it's an okay interaction. Trin does have a slow, and he can actually get away from stuff with his spinning slash. He does have a movement thing, so that probably makes him better than Yi. He does have a debuff. I think his shout, doesn't it lower AD by a pretty large margin? Yeah, so, yeah, okay. So he's probably a little bit better than Yi.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
You'll see more with your eyes closed.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I don't have any CC really.
That squirrel looks familiar. That's enough.
Minions have spawned.
I think I had my hand on the wrong part of the keyboard. No, 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 dude. I was trying to flash E ignite and I just failed. I didn't ignite. We killed him anyways though. Who ran in there? I guess the Echo just ran in. I think I was reading the chat. I don't know. Something weird happened there. Just like zoned out or something. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if Olaf wants to get low or not though. That's the thing. Maybe I should let him get low. Get low, get low, get... From the window to the wall. Some of y'all might know what I'm talking about there. Dude, Little John is a national treasure, man. Never heard of this person. It was just some great like party music in the early 2000s. It's a lot better than that mumble rap going on today, I think. This guy like doesn't know what you mean he does. He's like not attached. If you're just standing around, you might as well just be attached. I don't know. At least that's my thoughts on it, but... Yeah, Olaf does attack faster on lower health targets. That's why I was wondering, you know, if he actually wanted to be low health to clear faster. But it depended on if Hecarim was going to invade him or not. They're gonna get 2 kills for it. Most likely.
2 down.
I should have flashed faster before the ignite got on me. I don't know if she picks up coins while she's attached. She might have to unattach to grab the coins. It's like, if you kill the person she's attached to, she's dead. She has no escape, so it's like free, you know, free kills. Damn it, it froze right outside their tower. That's annoying.
Ally has been slain.
Oh, God. Yeah, I should have flashed faster there. I wanted the polymorph, but I didn't need the polymorph there. I could have just escaped. I probably didn't even have to flash. Like, once I land the combo on him and ignite, I could have just run. Okay, so she's not going for the new hotness. Man immune.
You'll see more.
Oh, okay, there's no way she's maxing Q. Really? How long does that stay? What the? So he E's, I polymorph him right here. He charges, runs in through here, and then loops back around, and like 10 seconds later can still knock me back. What?
Yup. That tasted
What the hell is that?
I'm an independent cat.
God, please don't do it. You hit it? Oh god, she missed the W. Yeah, I know it was Hecarim, but it's like, I guess he never used the charge.
An ally has been slain.
I recommend skipping.
I'm gonna at least use my Frostfang charges on it there. There's nothing I can really buy.
An ally has been slain.
I can just go place like maybe a deeper ward in their jungle. Double Negatron cloak? What? Against an AD jungler? Like you can't stay off of, you can't just stay back from Echo? Okay. I thought he was gonna ult or something. I'm like, what's his plan here? Why is he...
Nosy Dewdrop.
Has been slain. Shut down.
Kind of wondering if I should go for Mikhail's here. Mikhail's feels so bad, but... Bro, you had health. What's up, League of Legends? I don't know. Yumi is taking all the kills, but Olaf's farming a lot. I guess that's good. Oof. Nah, let's just get out of here. We're all gonna die, maybe. They got away. It feels like her heal is coming up a lot faster than advertised. It feels like she just healed him like 3 times.
Never look a tulip in the eye.
Maybe, but Varus could kill me in like 1 hit also, and Yumi also has, you know, presumably would have her heal. Or she could pop off, auto attack, and then pop back on and give him a shield. I think it was really risky to run in that far at that moment. Was my ignite up? I thought I tried to ignite several people. Yeah, I know it's on a charge system, but I thought she could only have 2 charges. Maybe she did only use it twice. I feel like she used it more, but... Bro, hit him back. Kai'Sa's so passive. She's just like running in circles. She can't decide if she wants to auto attack or not. Server, I haven't noticed any server lag, man. I don't know. Why? So you won't fight with me when it's 2v2, but you will when it's 3v2. I mean, I guess our score is pretty good. It's just, I don't know.
Killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed.
Well, our lane is already impossible. This Kaisa just, like, will not auto-attack. We've already lost the lane to a Yuumi, which is pathetic, but...
Whoa.
we're just gonna have to try to catch him out.
An ally has been slain.
Wait, how did they get the shield? Oh, from the auto attack, okay.
Your turret has been destroyed. If life hasn't changed,
You'll see more with your eyes closed.
there are two sides to every issue. Mine. Another sword comes.
I mean, I would like for Yuumi to be really good, but let's be honest, that's not what's going on in this game.
Just a pinch.
I think we could still potentially win. Kaisa does scale. Wow, she got executioners against Yuumi. Yuumi doesn't even heal that much, bro. You can't. Oh my god.
That tasted purple.
Okay, I mean, it depends on your definition of great. Personally, I would not call a champion with a 32% win rate as great, but, you know, I guess each person can have their own interpretation. Yeah, because if you're smurfing, yeah, if I like go down into bronze, sure, I'll have a 100% win rate on Yuumi, but like that's not a competitive game. I could go down into like iron and have, you know, like a 80% win rate on Master Yi support. Alright, I'm just saying, like, maybe she does require a lot of stuff, but that's like over, I don't know, a 10,000 game sample size or something, a 32% win rate. So it's not like it's a couple of people don't know what to do on her. It's like, I mean, I don't know. Once again, it depends on people's definition of great. But I think she will be good. I just think it needs like a couple more buffs. Yeah, but it's not time, because over time she will get buffed. So she will, they will keep buffing her until she gets to at least 50%. But like, as of like right now, patch 510, she's not that great. But yeah, over time, sure. Like 32 is like insane. Like, you know, some champs that are like 40, 45, 47 in certain like compositions or certain situations can be really good. You know, like Tom Kench, Rakan's gone up a little bit, but like there's some of those champs like Braum, Tom, like they can be pretty good, but I don't know if a champ has had that low of a win rate. It's been a while. Pike was pretty low. Pike was under 40 on release before they buffed him like 20 times. I don't think they're going to remove... I definitely don't think they're going to remove any buffs. She is moving up. She's up to 35%. She's played about as much as Sona is. Anyways, all right. Well, that's gonna be it for tonight. Overall, I think we're probably negative on the win rate, but we didn't get demoted, so I'll take that as a win. We'll get back at it tomorrow. I did play some different champs tonight, so that's good, I guess. We had a diversity of champs. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you all very much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.